Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala amma ba'd. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and a good morning to everyone. We welcome you to another episode of Morning Tea, Talaqqi and Tadabbur, where in this session we recite a few verses from the Quran. Then afterwards we will reflect and contemplate upon some of the verses that we have read. And first and foremost, inshallah, we start our session by reciting Ummul Kitab Al-Fatiha, in the hopes that this session will be a beneficial one, and also so that we may have a productive day ahead, inshallah. Ala hadhihi niyya wa kullu niyyatin salihah. Al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. So for today's session, we will be reciting the last page of Surah Ali Imran. How time flies, eh? When we first started, we started with the first page of Surah Al-Baqarah, and now we have come to the last page of Surah Ali Imran. And this last page is none other than page 76 and contains the last 6 verses from Ali Imran, which we will be reciting for today's session. If you do not have your mushafs with you, you may follow on the screen below, inshallah. We will be displaying the verses. So it is verses 195 all the way till the verse 200, and this can be found on page 76 on your mushafs. Okay, the final page of Surah Ali Imran. So let us recite this together. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. فاستجاب لهم ربهم أني لا أضيع عمل عامل منكم من ذكر أو أنثى بعضكم من بعض فالذين هاجروا وأخرجوا من ديارهم وأوذوا في سبيلي وقاتلوا وقتلوا لأكفرن عنهم سيئاتهم ولأدخلنهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار ثوابا من عند الله والله عنده حسن الثواب. لا يغرنك تقلب الذين كفروا في البلاد متاع قليل ثم مأواهم جهنم وبئس المهاد لكن الذين اتقوا ربهم لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها نزلا من عند الله وما عند الله خير للأبرار وإن من أهل الكتاب لمن يؤمن بالله أنزل إليكم وما أنزل إليهم خاشعين لله لا يشترون بآيات الله ثمنا قليلا أولئك لهم أجرهم عند ربهم إن الله سريع الحساب يا أيها الذين آمنوا اصبروا وصابروا ورابطوا واتقوا الله لعلكم تفلحون صدق الله العظيم. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, we have just finished reciting the last page of Surah Ali Imran, verses 195 till 200. And a few verses that we can reflect upon is, okay, number one, the first verse that we read, which is a continuation from the page before this. Okay, and if you follow the previous episode, my colleague, my friend, Ustaz Abdullah Hussein, he explained about the Ulul Albab, okay, those servants of Allah who are dedicated to worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who use or utilize fully their time in remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make prayer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the first verse from this page serves as a continuation from the story of Ulul Albab, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions فَاسْتَجَابَ لَهُمْ رَبُّهُمْ, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hears their prayer and answers their prayers. أَنِّي لَا أُضِيءُ عَمَلَ عَامِلٍ مِّنْكُمْ, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not disregard the deeds that the Ulul Albab presented, because they invested in worshipping or thinking of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right, so with that, we can take heart that we should strive to be among the Ulul Albab, okay, those who utilize their time to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and invest their time in worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Maybe be among the Ulul Albab, insyaAllah. And a few verses that we can continue to reflect upon also, verses are the following verses, okay, 196, 197 and 198, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in a conversation with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, la yahurrannaka taqallubul ladhina kafaru fil bilad. and which means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in conversing with Prophet Muhammad SAW, informs him not to be disheartened, okay, by the lavish spending or lifestyle of the disbelievers at that time. Mata'un qalilun thumma ma'wahum jahannam wa bi'sal mihad, which means this is nothing but temporary enjoyment. Okay, thumma ma'wahum jahannam. Then on the day of judgment, when they are resurrected, they will be placed in hell eternally. Okay, with the term ma'wa. Okay, ma'wa is not only an abode, okay, it is an eternal abode. Meaning to say that these disbelievers that have a lucrative or lavish lifestyle and show off, bragging to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it is only but temporary. It is only but a temporary thing as compared to the eternal abode that they will live in, which is the hellfire. And wabi'sal mihad, and this is the worst possible place you want to be in on the day of judgment. So this gives us solace. It informs us that when we have money, okay, we are blessed with wealth, we shouldn't make it a point to show it off and this, or what do you call it, and put down others with the wealth that we have. What we should do is, with that wealth, we should be more inclined to do good, okay, and help others rather than to show it off to others, which is why we should take note from this verse. We should spend our wealth wisely. Okay, so that is number one. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in verse 198, lakinil ladhina attaqaw rabbahum lahum jannatun tajri min tahtiha al-anhar khalidina fiha nuzulan min indillah wa ma indallahi khairul lil abrar, which means, and for those who have taqwa to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be graced with Jannah, will be graced with Jannah, with flowing streams, where they will stay there eternally as a reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives His best to those who truly do good to Him. How beautiful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ends this chain of story, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that if you do good, if you have taqwa to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will be guaranteed paradise. You will be blessed with paradise, and that is the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make sure you take heart in this, and we are more enthusiastic to do good, because we know at the end of the day, if we do sincerely to attain Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessings and to help those around us, we will be blessed with Jannah, paradise. And all good deeds, okay, stem from one sifah, one characteristic, which is, as mentioned here, at-taqwa. When you are mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know that He is always watching your every step, okay, then you will be inclined to do good and abstain from doing bad. Hence, this should be our motto in life, okay, to instill ourselves with taqwa to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala and do good, because at the end of the day we will be promised by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala paradise. May we be amongst those who do good in a bid to constantly strive towards attaining the highest level of taqwa, insyaAllah. Amin. And with that, we suffice with our reflection. May this session has been a beneficial one, insyaAllah, for us all. And see you in forthcoming episodes. Morning tea every Mondays to Thursdays, 6 a.m. And don't forget to continue supporting Masjid Kampung Siglap's programs. You may donate also to the numbers below. And if you find this beneficial, do like it and share it so that others may benefit also, insyaAllah. Thank you for tuning in. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.